Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin, indeed. A little late because of me, so there. Bleh. I'm Alice Cooper, a little I'm 18 to start off the show. Right into the introduction. Wheeler, Lecter, AJ with you on this rainy Monday morning. My world's on fire. How about yours?
Left the dark morning intro in there today. It felt a little more appropriate.
Yeah, that's a little more appropriate. But you know what? I don't mind. This is get rid of the last of the little bit of snow that's out there. It will help with the melt in the lake.
Yeah.
Had a lovely day yesterday.
Well, when the weekend's as perfect as it was
nice.
It holds off raining till Monday morning.
That's
what
right.
more can you ask
That's
for?
pretty beautiful.
That's perfect.
I like that. It was a nice weekend. What'd you do?
Went to the cabin.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
A great weekend at the cabin.
Hung out. It was great. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Paddled. All that good stuff.
I gotta get a kayak.
You do.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
AJ?
I went camping.
Sweet. Where'd you go?
I went to Rainbow Lake.
Nice. That's like your spot.
It
That's
is.
your spot.
Yeah, it's very well established. We
It
got
is.
like a picnic table, and I built a bunch of tables and stuff out there.
Oh, you've built a bunch of stuff up there.
Yeah.
Are you going to start a lodge?
Am I going to start a lunch?
A lodge.
A lodge? Maybe.
You can get us lunch if you want.
Probably
Yeah.
next
I was
weekend.
like a little early
Yeah.
for lunch, Jesse.
When are you guys doing your Survivor thing?
We're not going to do it this year.
Well, that's stupid.
We're taking a break.
What the hell?
They can actually edit like the last 2 years.
Yeah. We've been trying to get into this thing for years.
I'm
Now you're
sure
not
it'll
doing
make
it.
a comeback.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, but you're never inviting us, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit here with my arms crossed.
You see, Jesse, there's a certain amount of people we can bring in.
No, that's not
Trying
true.
to accommodate
That's
for
not
everyone.
true.
Well, this year it kind of is.
Yeah, well, this year, fine. You have an excuse this year. But
Yeah.
every other year, you could add another team of 2 or 3.
What are your backdated excuses, AJ?
Yeah.
Backdated excuses?
It's only such a large lake.
I've only got future excuses prepared.
Fair enough.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
AJ's got to test out all the mics, so I turned them off, and they didn't remind me to turn them back on again.
Don't play.
What a
Oh,
jerk.
That's a stretch.
What a
That's a
jerk.
stretch.
Monday morning at the cabin. It's rainy. Let's just stay inside, read a book. Let's play cards or something. I don't know. What do you guys want to do today?
Go fish.
Let's go fish.
No, play Go Fish.
Oh, play Go
inside
Fish.
with cards.
What are you, 6?
No.
Okay. Let's play hearts. Let's play a man's game. Yeah. It was a great weekend. There's something on the board.
Yeah.
And I was asking you about it, and you still haven't answered me.
I did.
What did you say?
I said Friday.
Oh, that was from Friday?
As in WTF
Wednesday, Thursday,
happened
Friday.
on Friday.
Oh, what happened on
Wednesday,
Friday?
Thursday, Friday. You don't remember?
No.
It's just gone.
Yeah.
Well, literally nothing happened
okay.
on
What-
Friday.
oh.
That was part of what confused everybody.
Oh, yes.
Oh, what happened? What do you mean?
The
I thought you
very,
had it there.
the very not exciting events of the ledge.
Katrina Knockleby
You know what?
remains.
I'll tell you what. You know what? As local as I want to keep this, as hyper local as I want to keep this, as excruciatingly local as I want to keep this, completely forgot about that. With everything that's going on in the news over the weekend, I could care less.
Oh.
No, I couldn't care less. That's the one. I could care less doesn't make any sense.
You could.
I could,
No, you
which means I
probably
care a
could
little.
care
bit.
less.
I care a
care
little.
less.
I could care less. Yeah, because I care a little
You
bit.
care a little.
Yeah. So just Friday. You know what? I take it back. Everything's fine. That's basically what happened on the ledge on Friday. You know what's funny is that I've never seen so many people posting about watching the Legislative Assembly,
Right?
Because it's usually just kind of okay, yeah, this and there's important things that go on, but nobody's tuning in.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys gonna watch the Ledge at noon? It's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, Unky Lorne started a watch party.
No, I know.
Was in on that one.
Oh, you know what?
views?
Hey guys, I ran into Lauren McGinnis yesterday
Oh.
downtown grocery store.
Lucky.
Shopping like a normal dude.
What?
Lucky.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to talk to him. He spit at me. But it's cool to see people act normal when they're such huge stars.
He's so humble.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I don't want to say humble.
He's shorter in real life.
Again, spit in my face for
Yeah.
looking at him. But
You know,
Nice guy.
CBC morning show host.
yeah,
though,
yeah, exactly right.
You're lucky to be within spitting range, is what I'm saying.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Usually when he's MC and stuff, I'm way at the back, just kind of waving at him. Hi! You know?
Then he can have a pleasant conversation.
That's right.
From a distance,
From a
through
distance,
a microphone.
Through a microphone. When he's hosting something. Don't take this out of context. Lauren McGinnis is a terrible person. Just kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, you're right. He put up a watch party. People were like, oh, I'm gearing up, grabbing my popcorn.
Oh,
We're going to have it's going to be an afternoon. I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
And then
we
nothing happened.
were all that Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, just eating the popcorn.
Yeah.
And then, nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
They withdrew it.
Withdrawn.
And still haven't. But the thing is, everybody's still pissed because, like, okay, you withdrew it. Why'd you do it in the first place?
I think they had like actual things going on that they just didn't really want to address on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. Hey,
Can we
guys,
save it till Monday?
Sun's out.
This seems like a Monday issue.
Sun's out. I haven't hit the liquor store yet. Just line up. Let's just, you know what? Let's just hold this.
I don't want to risk waiting until after 5 because I know it just gets crazy.
It's
in there
nuts
after
over
that.
there. It's nuts.
Can you give us another week to come up with a reason for this? Thank you.
We couldn't come up with one. You know, we got together, all 3 of us, or whatever, however many people did it. However many people were going to support that motion. But I mean, like, did they all met in secret and they were like, well, this is going to get passed.
Well, it's a committee.
Well, I thought you had a reason. No, I didn't have a reason. I just thought you did.
I thought Steve did. Hey, it's just my job to tell people that we have a motion, okay? I didn't even say I was supporting it. Well, I don't have your reason here. It's in the Ledge House, in the City House. Oh, Merry Christmas, you savings and loan. Yeah, so I mean, like, again, not being clear, no transparency really from anybody, even people who are like, I don't support this. Like, we still don't know. We still don't really know.
Not really, no. But
No.
I was very tempted. I don't know if you saw the story on cabinradio.ca about it. Basically, saying that Emily's withdraw bid. And Katrina's picture, she looks pretty gangsta, can I say?
Yes, you can.
We selected some great shots from the Katrina Knucklebeach stories last week. The one where she's like, where it says they tabled a motion to of vote of non-confidence, and she's got that kind of like...
It looks like she's about to be like, well.
Yeah, exactly. She's like pursed lip, like
that
kind of
sucks.
pursed lip frown, kind of like.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, it's a nice photo.
And then this one's like kind of like trying to hold back a smile, but it looks as though she's like about to just dust her shoulder off.
Yeah,
be like, no big deal.
I told you.
I will see y'all on Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah,
Just
It was
very,
a good
very
one. It's
subtle emotions.
Yeah,
Slightly perturbed to slightly smug.
all these assembly members playing it very close to the chest, so close, in fact, I'm not even sure they know why they set that motion in place.
It did start a nice little brief argument about the ending of Game of Thrones, though. Of course, that comes up
really
frequently
had
on
to
this
throw
show.
that in there.
I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, because people were like, "This is anticlimactic," and you're like, "Not like Game of Thrones finale." It's just like, well, no, exactly like that, exactly like that. Where it's like, really, that's what happened, Bran?
Yeah.
The guy with no emotions who can see into everyone's life. It should be the new king,
right?
Yeah, it's
what is wrong with that?
It's a surveillance state. It's
perfection.
Lecture. Okay, it's not perfection.
Perfection.
Okay, it's a surveillance state. Bran is the head of the CIA, the NSA, the Office of Naval Intelligence, all rolled into one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least they made a decision. The Ledge, they didn't even do that.
That's right. Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Like,
okay, so there again, not like Game of Thrones at all. They didn't really make a decision. They just they said, no, nothing, everything's fine.
Well,
Whereas Game of Thrones, they just threw a dart at a board and were like, let's lean towards Bran.
We think it's going to be Bran,
good shot.
but we've withdrawn the motion. We're going to keep it as is.
That's right.
And while I agree, I can't come up with a better person who should rule the kingdom after that. Just don't have the same system, I guess.
Bullseye.
Oh, that's enough. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Democracy simply doesn't work.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast, where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
This weekend, I bought a garden gnome, unironically. I don't know what I'm doing with myself, but we've started to clean up the backyard. We found out that we're going to stay in our place for another year, which is nice because, moving every year becomes tiresome.
Is that because you just can't back out of the driveway because of the construction?
That's exactly right. You can't leave the house. It's pandemic. It's lockdown. Construction. That's all it is. Well, no, they didn't sell the house, so they're going to let us stay there for another year, which is nice.
So time to get a garden gnome.
Time to get a garden gnome. Well, we've got there were 2 garden boxes in the back that have just been kind of grown over, and in the last couple of weeks or so, like Phoenix, because she's working from home and has a little bit of time every once in a while, is just kind of like looking for things to do, and she started like cleaning up the backyard, so I started helping her with that. We did all the poop and all that stuff, of course, and then we raked up all the kind of dead stuff, and then she started going after the planters boxes, and it turns out under all this overgrown stuff is a lot of really good earth. So she turned up all of that, and we're like, well, okay.
Better get a garden gnome.
Better get a garden gnome with a garden. So yesterday,
Plant one of those, and maybe we'll have a garden basketball player by this time next year.
They do the rest.
That's right. Garden gnomes oversee everything. They're watching you. But yesterday we went out to Canadian Tire, got some soil, got some plants, did the whole thing.
Do you know what the original premise of a
The
garden
original.
is?
I
don't.
To
I was
stay
just
in one.
curious.
To stay in one place. I think.
Really? Hang on.
Yeah.
You
He's waiting for
introduced
his
that
story.
To eat.
You introduced that as though Jesse. Do you know what the original
No,
premise is?
you really did.
And
You
then-
really leaned into that.
A little bit.
But because I don't.
I was thinking, is it like a scarecrow kind of thing, or not really? Not
Of
very
a garden
scary.
gnome?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant of gardening. Period. That's where I stopped listening.
You know where it all started? The
Like,
beginning.
Anybody know what the origination of garden is? Like, I think it was just a good luck charm or something. Yeah, good luck for your garden. Something to watch over your garden. Maybe something to scare things away. They are a little scary.
Interesting. Yeah.
I'm gonna repaint mine.
Like yeah. That's originally I thought like a scarecrow type deal, but
Yeah,
I don't
You
know.
get these mass-produced garden gnomes, and like they're painted, and like from a distance they look nice. You look close, it's like this was painted by a child in another
You
country
can get little rude ones
who
too.
doesn't
Flippy
paint
the,
well.
Flippy the bird.
Well, yeah, that's right. And I mean, like I like at the tire, they didn't have like really kooky ones. They didn't have like a zombie gnome or a gnome, smoking a pipe or whatever. But we'll repaint it and we'll figure it out. Ollie is doing research.
Yeah, so they're designed to protect you from evil.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
I should have known.
They
the-
are not working.
From the German gardens vets.
I mean, they look
Garden
a little
vets.
evil themselves.
I do. I mean, they're gnomes.
Ah, there's one laying down with a pipe.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I like that one.
But I mean, yeah, I used to. I mean, I in my earlier days, my uni days, I stole some garden gnomes. I'm not proud of it.
Multiple garden gnomes?
Multiple, yeah, a few. We
From,
returned
like, different
them. We
houses?
returned them.
So you stole them and you put them back?
Yeah,
So you basically
you're crazy.
So you
you
borrowed
gave
them.
them a vacation.
yeah, that's right.
What did you do with them while they were in your care?
I didn't do anything with them, but I will say this: member of the cabin, Adam Vivian. He did that in uni, grabbed a couple, and then took them around Alberta and took little photos, and then put it back with an envelope of the photos. That was pretty fun.
Oh, that's
I just took them,
That's kinda
realized
nice.
my mistake the next day, and said, I should bring this back.
Very bourgeois crime, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
taking a
like-
garden gnome. I stole a lawn jockey and just, yeah,
put it back.
put it back afterwards
not
in
even a
someone
theft.
else's house, and it was like, whoa.
You borrowed it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't big into crime when I was. Yeah, no,
Good for you.
that's right.
I was.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah.
Beheaded the garden gnomes.
Well,
Scattered their little porcelain remains over the neighbour's yard with a small ransom note.
it's with
the ransom note,
because
yeah.
of where he's from.
I crushed it, then put a ransom note.
Australia.
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I mean, you weren't the best criminal in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me $20 or I won't put this back together.
So we bought a bunch of annuals and we bought a bunch of herbs. So we'll see what happens.
Where did the H go on herbs then?
Herbs?
Herbs.
What?
Herbs, man. There's an H.
Ask him to say basil.
Yeah, basil.
Yeah, basil.
No.
Yeah, basil faulty. Yeah, herbs.
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 No.
Herbs.
Ugh.
Herb.
Herbs. Perherbs.
Yes.
Perherbs.
It's like the people. It's like the people who say an hotel. Like, no, it's got a hard H.
Who
Go away.
says hotel?
Loads of people.
Like
You-
back home, you mean?
Yeah,
I mean in an hotel.
No.
Like that?
Okay, that
No.
actually, he's
Pretty
making
good.
a lot of sense there.
Pretty
That
good.
was a good Australian accent.
An hotel.
No, you hear a lot of people. You're a lot of people who think that hotel
An hotel.
needs an an at the front of it. It's very weird.
You mean but you dropped the H, so an hotel. You're saying they say.
You hear a lot of people try and say that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
just
I
completely wrong.
thought you dropped the H. And
Same as,
that's
it's
why
the same
we-
as herb. Like herb
Yeah.
and hotel are exactly the same word.
Yeah, absolutely they are. Let's book
In
a
terms of
room
the way,
at the
the way
herb.
the H works.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway,
Okay,
carry
so
on.
you're doing gardening
You've
as well.
got some herbs.
Herbs, yes, yeah. Some rosemary, thyme, little sage.
Oh yeah.
Things
Ooh,
like that,
very
yeah.
good.
Well, some chives.
Yeah, I
leeks.
got some basil. What else to get? Brussels sprouts.
You did go with the Brussels sprouts. I
Yeah.
didn't want to. I felt like maybe we were too late to plant something that needs that much time.
Nah, they seem to be doing all right.
Where's
tomatoes.
your garden? Are you using like
It's on
the
the balcony.
community? Oh,
Yeah.
the balcony.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very nice. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was nice and relaxed. It was a good day. Like we were out in the dirt all day, and I went out to the river to celebrate to wish a friend a happy birthday. We had a nice day.
I honestly think a lot more people are gardening this summer than normally would.
Yeah, well, because they've just run out of everything else to do. They're like,
Exactly.
well, might as well do it. I'm not going back to work anytime soon, so might as well do a garden.
Yep.
Yep.
And some people are taking it to further extremes than others. Sarah.
Sarah,
What did I do?
what did you do?
You took it to an extreme.
I feel like he's just thinking of something specific. I built some garden boxes.
You built your own garden
I
boxes. You
tore
built a
down
lot
a
of your
fence
own
and used the wood to make garden boxes.
Yep.
Very nice.
No, you're just putting a lot of effort in.
That's a lot of that's a lot.
Yeah,
We already-
I
they're already
painted and stained them yesterday, and then
Wow.
I went and dug cardboard out of the recycling bins at the
Oh
drop
yeah,
off
because
spot
it like
to
decomposes,
put
right?
in the
Yeah.
bottom to help the weed stuff.
Do you
from coming
compost?
up. Yeah, but not like in my house yet. I would like to. There's like this old like plywood box behind my house.
Yeah.
Which I think would work as a compost, but it needs some holes so the air can circulate. So I need to figure out how to like cut some holes in it
Yikes.
and have.
I am not a good
dog
gardener.
will not get into it.
All over my head.
No.
Yeah.
When we were still in Burnaby, we tried to start composting in a Rubbermaid tin, a Rubbermaid box outside on our balcony. It didn't work out. Just turned into a bunch of rotting stuff.
Isn't that the point?
Yeah, kind of, but we didn't aerate it. We didn't, we
Stir
just,
it.
we didn't.
Yeah, my roommate's got a little Rubbermaid with worms in it. In my
There you go.
house.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So we've got
Cat
a little
Cat
mini
McGurk
compost going on.
was giving away worms the other day. She's
You
like,
can
got a
just-
couple of these beauties. If anybody
I
wants them.
think you can just ask Ecology North for worms too.
There you
so
go.
I need to do that. But yeah, I first need to like cut some holes in this box, and then I can have a compost going on.
There it is.
Wow.
There it is. There's a lot. So we've done like we've basically done the easy stuff. We tilled the earth.
Bought a garden gnome.
Yeah, bought a garden gnome.
Started
Hope for the
there.
best. Yeah, that's right. We tilled the earth, put down some soil, like some rich soil, and then put in like potted plants already. Right. That's what we've done.
That's all I've done gardening. I
That's
just
really-
put
I
a
mean,
plant in the earth and
yeah.
I water it once in a while.
Well, I mean, it's rain.
That's the point, though.
And
That's
I
all
hope
it is. It's like putting stuff in the earth and then watering it once in a while. I'm
yeah,
like making sure it
we're
lives.
talking about worms and cardboard and
You know when you originally
planters
asked
boxes.
That's all advanced stuff.
when you originally asked the question about the garden gnome, and I thought you were just like, "What's the origin of gardening?" I thought that's where you were stopping. I was like, "Well, okay. You want to start? You want to start on where everything started to go wrong? Agriculture. Okay, let's start with agriculture. We started clumping up, and then we started getting real tribal, and then
Wait for it. Fade up the Bolshevik anthem again, just at the end of this.
That's right. That's right. And then the free market came along, and now you have riots. So there you go.
So that's where it all began.
That's where the gnome came from.
I knew it started at gardening.
Symbol of capitalist greed.
That's right. That's right. If you're playing Animal Crossing, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, we'll give updates on our gardens. Jesse versus Ollie is now a gardening thing. So we'll do that. There you go.
Sarah's incredibly upset that she's not in this.
She
Wow.
knows what she's
Because
doing.
blow
though.
you out of the water. It's
No,
not
like
fair.
exactly. This is not like the curve would be way out of whack if we put Sarah in the middle of this. You and I don't really know what we're doing, and we're hoping it just things stay alive. So
That's it. That's gardening in a nutshell.
that's right. I hope it stays alive.
It's also parenting.
Wow. A lot of parallels.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
The Bristol Monument needs a paint job. And it's going to cost $100,000. And this is the story on cabinradio.ca. You can catch it there. Ollie Williams had that for you a couple of days ago. Restoring the preserved Bristol freighter that stands above the roads in Yellowknife requires a fraction over $100,000. And that's what City Hall is going to tell councillors today. And you know what?
$100,000. That seems like
Yeah.
I mean, $100,000. It's a large plane that you have to repaint.
is large.
Because
Yeah.
it's not just the repainting. It's like the refurbishment too, right? To do some repairs because some of the windows have been smashed out. Because like straight up, if I didn't have a home here, I'd be trying to
Sleep
in
in
that plane. I'd be trying to get into that thing all day long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Flooring's a little uneven, but
whatever.
pretty. Yeah.
I mean, can't.
I can't sleep on planes.
I can't.
Yeah, it's got to get painted. $100,000. Like I'm not even
All right.
questioning the amount of money.
Yeah.
Like for the work, I'm
Yeah.
sure that's right. It's the largest sum of money. I was just shocked to see that.
It's a large sum of money. And hey,
Yeah.
it's not a
Number.
splash park. So what do you? I mean, what
Yeah,
are you
we
gonna
can enjoy that plane all year round.
That's right.
That's
we can.
true.
I love going walking up there. It's a great place to walk your dogs.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I mean it's not like an eyesore or anything. It still looks good, especially
Yeah.
from a distance. When you get close to it, though, it's like, oh, this thing needs a little bit of love.
Yeah.
The bases have been repainted and painted over again because of all the graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I don't have much of a problem with graffiti. Like, I mean, unless it's on.
You anarchist.
I am an anarchist. That's why I come here at a set time every day.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Except this morning.
Except this morning when I was feeling that anarchy vibe, and I was like, you know what? 8:02, 7:02 is when I'm going to get there. But like the graffiti on it, and like some of the graffiti around town, is so unimaginative.
Yeah.
it's so terrible. Have you seen the graffiti out at the folk site? So in the parking lot, the fence facing the parking lot, And there's some really
Fence facing the
great
parking lot. Okay.
graffiti out there. Some people have put in some real time and put out some really, really cool stuff. And I mean, graffiti is a legitimate
Oh, you mean the
art.
tailgate area?
Yeah, tailgate area. yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The parking lot.
Yeah.
The fence facing the parking lot.
It's not a parking lot. It's a tailgate area. Please use the correct terminology.
All right. Yeah, sorry.
Landmarks, Jesse. We need to.
It's the unplanned pregnancy place.
Folk on the Rock, baby boom.
Baby boom. So there's some nice work out there. So like that's my only problem with the graffiti there. It's just like penises and like other stuff.
So you're
Are you
okay
allowed
with
to say that word?
penis?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can we say penis?
Well, that's 3. So.
That's 3.
We're good.
Third time's the penis. Charm. That's what I mean. So that's been repainted a lot, but the paint, the plane hasn't been repainted, so it's pretty faded.
Right.
And I mean, it's decked out in the Ward Air colors. And if you guys have ever seen Max Ward's Twin Otter when it comes into town, I don't know how long it's been since it's been in town. Gorgeous, blue, that deep royal blue with the crimson red, or I don't know if it's crimson, but anyway,
Nice
red with the
sky
white.
blue. You can't
And
even see it.
It's what's that?
Sky blue.
How dare you? And it looks absolutely beautiful, and it's all glossed up, and it's shiny, and it looks great. And that's why I would love to see the Bristol Monument looking like that.
Yeah,
because it's such a huge thing to kind of roll into town. And like I said, from the road it looks okay, but once you get up close to it, you're like, this looks kind of haggard. It needs a bit of love.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that I've driven by it and looked at it and thought, that's starting to look a little weathered. Like,
I'm not saying
I don't know.
Until you
just
see it
doesn't-
repainted.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think when
Well,
you see it
and
repainted,
then,
you'd be like, oh, yeah, okay.
It's like that is a $100,000 job.
That's right.
Without
I mean,
question.
Well done. It kind of is, right?
is.
So it's like
Painting
it's like
sucks.
$10,000 for the paint, and then $90,000 for the city to do it.
Plus 2 coats.
Plus you got to do 2 coats. It's
Yeah.
going to take 4 months.
Yeah.
7 days a week.
It's got to stand up to
7
snow,
6.
ice, all the worst conditions. So
Graffiti.
it's got to be tough stuff.
Yeah, it's got to stand up to young kids
That's right.
in their
Yep.
graffiti happy ways.
Graf-
I mean, that becomes the issue, right? So what are we going to? Why are we going to spend $100,000 when it's just going to be covered in graffiti within however long? And the answer is simple: electrify the base. And if anybody comes within 5 feet of it, they get electrocuted.
It's just like you said, it's just the base, though. See, I can't remember the last time I walked up to it to see it.
Oh, yeah?
I think it's there just for people when they're coming into town.
Yeah, to
well,
get
no,
that
but I mean, there's
picture.
literally a trail to it and a
I agree.
plaque
A little
there
dog
that says,
walking
like,
But I
Yeah.
think that I would argue the main purpose of repainting it is for those people driving
Yes,
into town.
no,
they
absolutely.
see it.
You're right.
And you're not
You're
going to
right.
see the graffiti that way.
No, you're not. You don't see the pilings. You don't see the base.
So I'm not
So-
as worried about the.
I mean, it would suck to paint it and then have a bunch of people paint over it. That sucks. I mean, but here would be a better use of it. Maybe would be like if you have a space like that, open it up to artists who can come in and paint it themselves. Right?
Oh, you're allowed to say that. But when I proposed building a rink and opening it up to artists, I just get yelled at.
I was supportive of that.
Oh, you were supportive of that?
Yeah.
No, you didn't seem supportive.
Are you
I felt like I was on an island on that one.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
You are a rock. You are an island.
Your supportive tone can be very angry sometimes.
AJ, I don't like it when you talk.
AJ, you got a real good point.
You got a real
buddy.
good point. Oh man, you really put me in my place. No, I was supportive of that idea.
Oh.
I like any space open up to artists so they can actually do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't go into specifics, but everyone just assumed that I wanted them to do it for free. That wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to pay the artists.
I think that's
exposure.
where you caught me because I was like, hey, what do you want to pay them an exposure lecture?
Well, you just started yelling at me, and
Well, I
was
did.
like, okay, just drop it.
That's all that.
And that was Lecter's last idea.
I don't do
I guess-
ideas anymore. You're the idea man.
That's
now.
right. So they approved in 2018. They approved $55,000 for the repair. They feel like that's not enough. Add another $46,500 because the residents on the city's heritage committee say they should approve that much more. I mean, $100,000 is not that much money. It sounds like a lot, right? But it's really not that much.
Compared to a $50 million pool.
Yeah, which
It's
will probably
not that
never be
much
built.
money.
Hey, don't start slagging the pool.
Yeah.
I'm a swimmer. I like pools.
Okay.
I just want one. I'm not going to think about the money
That's
or the taxes.
that's the best way to approach it. I've been led to believe.
I'm just like, just get me a pool.
Don't
I don't
think about
care
the
how you
economic
do
impact. No,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Whatever.
Why can't you just get me a pool and a new school? How are we supposed to do that? I don't care.
I really don't care.
it. Take the
Just
manager
get it
approach here. Yeah. Just
right.
get it done.
Yeah. So just over $100,000 to get that done. I said do it.
Yeah.
I want to make it look real nice. Make
I
it look
agree.
like Max's plane. Make it shiny, glossy. Get that T-shirt logo off of it. Someone put a T-shirt logo up there.
T-shirt.
Yeah,
logo.
it looks like they had a stencil. And it's like whatever T-shirt company.
Like a template of a T-shirt.
Yeah,
and
something.
Like a Nike swoosh.
Yeah, almost like a Nike swoosh.
Huh.
Interesting.
That's right.
Okay. Well, none
That's
of that.
not even graffiti. That's
don't want
promotion.
That's just a
Yeah.
promotion. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, is this who sponsors the plane? I don't.
Oh, man, if Nike sponsored the plane and just paid for it, and we like made money.
Yeah,
off
and there's a
that?
mural of friggin' Kobe Bryant.
Hey,
that'd be cool.
Now we're on to something.
Now we're on to something. Let's sell the Bristol
is
Monument.
Kobe from Yellowknife?
Yeah, that's
No.
right. Hey, he never came here either. Although Karl Malone's been here, but that guy impregnated a 13-year-old when he was in college. So screw him. Bristol Monument needs a paint job. Do you want to do it?
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Coming up this weekend, a virtual comedy show straight out of Yellowknife. A show that's, well, Lecter and I were not invited to. It has the entire lineup of the King's Comedy Nights that was supposed to happen at the Snow Castle, which Lecter and I were a part of. Pretty much the entire lineup for that. Neither of us were invited, so that's it. That's all I want to say about
That's it. Our comedy careers
it. Done.
down the tubes.
No, it's a great
Before they even
idea.
started.
A virtual comedy show. So like the lineup is pretty strong. Sky Plowman, Lauren McGinnis, Levi Rousseau, Jade Halcyon, Jesse Wilson, and Harrison Roberts, and Emily Blake. And of course, hosted by Martin Rehak. Pretty awesome.
You guys didn't even have a chance to bomb.
No, I know. We would have bombed heartily. And you can register for the link. It's going to be all on Zoom, of course, because, we can't touch each other yet.
Yeah. And we can't laugh around each other.
No, that's
because
right,
That's
because-
just moisture flying everywhere. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I laugh. I laugh and I spit out of the back of my throat.
Well, you all know what laughter sounds like.
Oh, it feels good to laugh.
Notice as you went down that lineup, a member of Cabin Radio did happen to sneak in.
Yeah, look at that. She got invited.
Perhaps it's because she's done an actual stand-up set
I
before.
suppose. I suppose. I think they contacted her, and then she said, and they were like, oh, do Ledger and Wheeler want to? And she's like, no, they don't.
No.
No.
And you don't want them,
You don't want them.
quite frankly.
I've seen them
It
live.
would have been okay. We would have done fine. I had some jokes lined up for that night.
Well, Jesse, if you're interested, you can still register.
Oh, no.
At the bottom of the page, there's a link to register.
No, that's for the show.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I
space is
thought it was
limited
if you
for
wanted
the
to.
show.
I see. I thought it was if you maybe wanted to perform.
I don't think they're accepting performers anymore. It's in 4 days.
Well, it would come off a little desperate anyway, so yeah.
That's right.
They can come to
who's
you.
ready to laugh? Just sitting there waiting for some sort of audience like reaction. Oh, it's not coming.
Someone unmutes me.
Me, I'm ready to laugh. Zoom, 8 o'clock, Friday night. That's June 5th for all you people who look at calendars. Go to Absurd Turd Media. Yep. AbsurdTurdMedia.ca/comedy night. Absurd Turd. I like that. That's a good name for a media
pretty
company.
good. Yeah.
Absurd Turd.
Rhymes. Yeah.
Rolls off
Checks
the
all
tongue.
my boxes. Rolls off the tongue.
checks.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. Straight Out of Yellowknife is the virtual comedy show that you didn't know you needed coming up on Friday nights. And yeah, that's a strong lineup. There could be a couple more in there. I don't know.
You guys should do a rival
No, I think
comedy night.
I honestly, yeah, we should the
June
same
5th.
night.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to announce
Standard
that
Turd
8 o'clock
Media.
Friday night.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Was your comedy night that night? Oh.
Lecter and I will be having our own comedy night on Friday.
Hosted by Mainstream Poop Media.
That doesn't rhyme. Poop Scoop
yeah.
Media.
Just waiting for people to join the Zoom call.
Yeah. It'll just be us here.
Yeah.
And we'll just be talking.
we could start
for
at
an
8:10.
hour. Yeah, that's right.
8:15.
8:15.
Yeah, we'll just
we'll start. You know
off.
what? I don't want to preempt Lauren's set.
No. We want to get lit.
or
everyone
anyone's
gets
set,
settled.
really.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll just start a little later, and it won't be like a comedy show. You can just listen to us on here, and we'll just be talking smack
like this show?
like
right
this
now?
show right
Yeah.
now at a later time, which means we'll be able to say penis.
We'll call it the Cabin Radio live stream and just live chirp their comedy show.
Well, this isn't funny. All right, that was pretty funny. This is actually a pretty good show. And that'll be the extent of it.
Well done, everybody.
Well done, everyone.
Well,
Yeah.
Really
That's how
turned
we'll
our
make hay
minds around.
out of their show. We'll stream us being like, this is pretty good, guys.
Pretty good. Yeah. And are you guys listening to this? So.
Check it out Friday night. It says space is limited. I guess, that's for bandwidth, I suppose. I mean, you can't have so many people on Zoom, right?
I mean, you can have a pretty big
It's pretty
Zoom
huge.
chat.
Well, it's interesting.
For Zoom Pro, I think it's
it's good that it's
500
live,
people.
too, right? I mean, it's something a little different. So, yeah, if you want to register for that, absurdturdmedia.ca/comedy night, June 5th, 8 o'clock on Zoom.
And there's prizes.
And there's prizes. There's raffle prizes and live quarantini. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
I am going to take a guess. I'm going to say Sky Plowman is going to
Show you how to make a drink. Very
That
good.
makes
Very
the most
good.
sense. Yeah.
That makes awesome sense. Yeah.
Nice guys.
That's great.
Well, they've got this all planned out. Well,
That's right.
it's
They
gonna
show
be
you how
great
to make
show.
a drink that you can drink while you're watching the show.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on board.
I am on board, too. I'm busy on Friday night. But you guys can check it out. Like I said, absurdturdmedia.ca. Comedy night. Register for a Zoom link so you can watch the show. 8 o'clock. Little Joe Cocker feeling all right. We're just going to end? Let's just end.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to do it for Mornings at the Cabin on your Monday morning. You guys out there, be nice to each other and try not to set anything on fire. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.